Hello and welcome to Masturbation May. Today I'm going to be talking about the easiest way to achieve more pleasure and better sex in less than 30 days. In fact, in 25 days. So if you think this is a valuable topic and you want to share it, make sure you do that. Tag your friends in the comments and share it on your page, share it on their page, but make sure that you share this with people who need to hear it, because we all know friends who need to have more pleasure in their lives. So if you're here live or on the replay, make sure you say hello, put it in the comments, and I will definitely say hi. I do check back and say, answer the questions and answer your comments. So please give me some shout outs and some love while you're here watching my video. I'm Tiffany Yelverton. I'm the Chief Sexinista, Orgasm Guru of Entice Me and Sexy Survivors. And today I'm going to teach you the easiest way to achieve increased pleasure and better sex in less than 30 days. And before we go into that, if you want to have better sex and if you aren't getting what you need in the bedroom and you feel disconnected and you're not really sure why, but you'd rather do anything else besides have sex, you should schedule a call with me. Up above and down below will be the links so that you can do that. And I'm opening up a few spots so that you can connect with me and have a bye-bye boring bedroom call with me to learn exactly what I teach my clients. So I'm going to tell you a story about one of my clients, and I told her this, and it's going to be exactly what I taught her. But before I go into that, I really want you to know that if you are bored out of your mind in the bedroom, if you'd rather go shopping than have sex, you don't have the time for it, you're tired, exhausted, and you put everybody before yourself, make sure you go to that link above or the link below and schedule some time with me. So the wisdom that I taught my clients, and I'm not sharing names because we do like to keep things as confidential as possible. This is exactly what I taught her, that if she self-pleasured for every day for a month, it would increase her pleasure so much. And what a better time to do it than Masturbation May. The story behind Masturbation May is that Surgeon General Jocelyn Elders, and I heard this from her at a conference, that she was asked at a UN convention in Europe what she thought about teaching teens about masturbation. And she said that she thought it was a good idea and it could probably cut down on teenage pregnancy. At the time when she was Bill Clinton's Surgeon General, the nation had extremely high teenage pregnancy rates. And I know this because my junior year in high school, we had the highest teenage pregnancy rate per capita in the nation, in a little town in Idaho. So I know that that is true. However, she was ostracized because of saying that. It was off the record, it was at a dinner party, and she had to resign as Surgeon General. So now we celebrate May as Masturbation May in remembrance of her time as Surgeon General. So the wisdom that I taught my client was exactly what I'm going to tell you today, and why that is. It's so important to have self-pleasure time. Whether you're a man or a woman, men tend to have more masturbation because it's not seen as so taboo. It's like a rite of passage. It is part of life. And for women, we're often taught as girls that it's bad, it's shameful, good girls don't do that. And so really getting over that shame is important as a young lady and as a woman. And why masturbation or self-pleasure is so important is you really get to know your body. You get to know how you like to be touched. You get to learn what turns you on and where, and if it's feather touch or deeper touch, or, you know, I think it's a great way to learn about your body. Plus, when you self-pleasure, you create oxytocin that is released at climax, and it gives you the confidence to then ask for what you want, that you just found out what you love. So it gives you that confidence to have those difficult conversations and ask for what you want. Tell your partner how you like to be touched, where your hot buttons are, all those things. And we're going to be going into a lot more about masturbation and self-pleasure this month. But right now, I'm just going to give you the highlights. So again, self-pleasure gives you the ability to explore new touch techniques, new positions. If you're always self-pleasuring in the same position, switch it around. Be in the position that you're in when you like to have partnered intercourse. Use toys. Learn about, do you like internal stimulation, external stimulation, a combination? Do you like some anal play in with your self-pleasure? You can practice plateauing or edging, where you get almost to orgasm and then back off, and then almost to orgasm and back off, and then finally let it go. So that's just a few of the things that you can do during this self-pleasure month to increase your pleasure. You can learn how to have multiple orgasms, pushing past having one orgasm and then having another, instead of just saying, oh, I'm done, put the toys away, or go, get out of the shower. Wherever you're self-pleasuring, you can try to have another one. And for women, we stay on that plateau and have an orgasm, and then we can have another orgasm much easier. Having orgasms and using toys doesn't take away from having partnered sex. It actually increases it, because you're increasing the ability to have more partnered sex, better partnered sex, because you're increasing your hormone levels and all those endorphins and neurochemicals and oxytocin in your body. It's actually going to increase your sex drive. So if you've been experiencing any loss of desire, having more self-pleasure time is going to be really good for you. Plus, your body remembers what it's doing. So it has an orgasm, then it's easier to have another orgasm, like I just mentioned. One big myth is that if you use a vibrator, you're not going to be able to orgasm as easy with a partner. It's actually the opposite, because if you're using it on your, say, clitoris, those are nerve endings. There's 8,000 concentrated nerve endings there. And nerve endings respond to touch and to feeling. And so the more you stimulate it, the more they're going to be stimulated. If you've ever had your hand or a leg or anything in a cast and you stop using those nerves and that touch, those muscles atrophy, and it takes longer to get that sensation back. So if you don't use it, you might lose it. So make sure that you're self-pleasuring every day, at least this month, because I want to hear what happens by the end of the month and how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your relationship. And this is all things that you can take into your partnership and talk about. The number one thing that I want to bring up before I close out is that when you self-pleasure, it's taking time for yourself. And as women, we often struggle with that. Oh, isn't that a luxury to have time for myself? Or isn't that nice that you could take a nap or self-pleasure? I don't have time for that. I have too much going on. Well, if you don't take that time for you, you're not going to be as good at the best that you can be for someone else. So take that time. I'm speaking to you ladies right now, because men will always take the time to do whatever they want, and it's time that you take the time to pleasure yourself and be completely in love with you and your body, and learn about it and explore it. And you have 25 more days of the month that you get to do that. Actually, 27. who's counting? So everyday self-pleasure. That's exactly what I tell my clients. If you want to know more of my tips and more of how you can work with me and the exact things that I teach my clients to have amazing, what I call Hollywood hanky-panky or Hollywood nookie, Hollywood sex, is that sex that's mind-blowing and spontaneous and simultaneous orgasms, those feelings like you felt when you first met your person. So if you want that in your life, make sure you go to the link either above or below and schedule one of those calls for me, because you will want to take advantage of it. I don't open these up very often. I have some room in my schedule, so I want to help you get to having that Hollywood sex and where you want to be in your life, because when sex is better, everybody's happier. We'll be talking a lot more about this. Happy Masturbation May, and I'll see you again in a few days. Bye-bye.